Well, they said you were pandering.
To
Niner fans last segment.
Oh, my God.
They're talking about your top 10 list.
Dude, it's my list.
I know it's your list.
What did Little Wayne say? What's in my cup is in my cup. Don't worry about what's in my cup.
You.
What does that get me?
Well, favoritism. People like you.
Like Purdy's going to send a check or the Niners in the mail. Shout out Bob Sargent. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we heard you put him at 6.
He's got some of that Ford money.
Well, look at you. I meant that. Go ahead. Let's finish.
Okay, let's do it. So,
I mean, you had some omissions.
Please.
Oh, my God.
What I got is a real list.
Drake Maye. All right, 1 year was cute. You're up there, buddy. Come on.
Gilly finished second in MVP last year. Just want you to know that. He made the Super Bowl. I know Ken doesn't like that pick either.
Kenny, I mean, I'm being real.
Who did he beat to get there? Come on.
Come on, man. Evan, he asked you a question.
Who did he beat to get there?
It was light.
Name his top receiver.
Denver's quarterback was out.
Name his top running back. Name his top defensive player.
That's
Name
my
his
point.
Top coach.
That's my point.
Well,
you can't do it.
So you could only need receivers? You know what? Let's just do the list.
No.
Are people saying I was pandering? But go ahead, Evan.
The running back who started week 1 was not the running back who played in the Super Bowl. It was Travion Henderson.
Oh,
he's a rookie.
Ramondre Stevenson's, slouch.
No.
He ain't Christian McCaffrey.
Diggs.
Booty led the team in touchdowns. I don't even know his first name.
I think it starts with a K.
Yeah, it's a Kendrick or something. All right. All right, so this was our 10 through 6, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's all based on ESPN's executive coaches, scouts, their top 10 list. I got Dak at 10, Herbert at 9, Baker at 8, Maye at 7, Darnold at 6, which I think is the biggest omission from this list because I'm taking the quarterback that's playing the best
right
now.
And then I don't want to say I did the assignment wrong, but I hate that.
You made your list.
Yeah, it's the confidence and it's what I seen. So I guess I'm giving benefit of the doubts, but Darnold, I am kind of sick he didn't make it.
Well, remind people about your list.
Okay, I got Herbert at 10.
Yep.
I got Hurts at 9, Goff, and Brock Purdy at 6.
Okay.
All right.
So the top 5. I feel like everybody's got the same people in their top 5. It's just a matter of where. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Number 5, I got Joe Burrow.
I want to go over and wrestle you right now. Okay. Why is he number 5?
Because he can't stay on the field.
Okay. And what was ESPN, who they have at 5?
Also, I think that there are 4 quarterbacks that are better than him right now.
Well, we're about to spar because I got one at 5 that. But real quick, can you remind me who ESPN has at 5?
ESPN has Lamar at number 5.
Oh, that's where I had Lamar. And I want to congratulate him because I was hating on Lamar, but I just don't like playoff Lamar. But the bottom line is I understand it, what you are, what you meant. But the best better be yet to come. So I got Lamar at 5. I'm not going to hate, man. I'm done hating, nothing personal. But I just can't believe he hadn't been to a bowl. He's had his opportunity, but okay, Lamar.
I have him at number 4. So
okay.
I feel like we're splitting hairs there.
Okay.
Who's your 4th best quarterback?
Josh Allen. Now, listen, here we go. If we were making a quarterback in a lab, how many Super Bowls has Josh Allen played in? I'll wait, guys. Huh? He looks great.
You got 3 guys better than Josh Allen.
Oh, baby, man. I got proof. Oh, my gosh. I got proof. I got receipts. Dude, I love Josh Allen. But he hadn't been to he's like Lamar. Now, if it's in a lab and he's made and he's Hercules on the field, but there have been some fumbles. Dude is incredible. But him and Lamar are almost the same to me, man. I'm still waiting. It's not about the talent. Why hasn't it happened? And I just feel like him and Lamar always, it's what's not around them. That's why they haven't got it done. And number 4 is a hell of an accolade to be on this list.
You're right.
Okay, so.
Still high.
Yeah, I got Allen as number 4.
Okay.
I'll shut up.
Wait, so that means you got Burrow above Josh Allen right now?
Burrow's been to a Super Bowl.
Burrow's throwing a Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
See, now he's
got the LSU offense from 2019.
Drake or Kendrick. This is all. I get it, Evan. It's just, come on, man. So
Josh Allen scored 79 touchdowns the last 2 years.
So a guy taking his team to the Super Bowl, I'm talking about Burrow.
Yeah.
And knowing what he's being and what he is when he's upright, Evan, that means nothing, huh? So you're going to put a guy who's got all the physical gifts, and I love me some Josh Allen. But damn it, Burrow's been further, and you're right, he's got more at his disposal, but damn, not for too long. Josh Allen had weaponry. They messed that up. But man, I can't put a guy that's why I had Brock Purdy at 6, and he's been there. He's almost won a Super Bowl, and he was a part of it. Okay, they didn't get it done. But I don't feel any remorse in having Burrow ahead of Allen. I got Josh at 4 and Burrow at 3.
Hey, it's your list.
I like
it's your list, Gil.
Right.
By the way, so ESPN has Lamar at 5.
Okay.
And Burrow at 4. Number 3, they got Matthew Stafford, which is right where I have him.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford is still playing at an elite level. He is a great quarterback that is surrounded by a lot of talent that he makes better. I don't think he's better than the top 2 guys, but he is a top 3 quarterback to me. I think he's better than Lamar and Burrow right now.
I totally agree, and I got him at number 2. I think I'm more confident in his skill. He is LeBron or on the Tom Brady street, man. Stafford is a dog, and again, a player or 2 away from another Super Bowl last year. That didn't happen. But when you talk about confidence and knowing your job, and this dude ain't no young kid, so his legs, he's just basically a pocket passer, but he's got the game down and the timing so down. It's just incredible and beautiful to watch. I got Stafford at 2. And I think he may go to another Super Bowl. With the additions they got on defense, he may be back to another one.
Who did you have at number 3 then?
Josh Allen.
I thought he was number 4.
Excuse me. I had Burrow 3, Allen 4.
Burrow 3, Allen 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You got me arguing, messing up my own list.
No, you're right. It's because
Stafford's number 2. That dude is special.
I think it's got to be Mahomes at number 2. Again, I'm looking at this. Who's the best quarterback right now? It's just
Evan. But why did you say right now? Because I think you're not being fair.
Because that's how I think that ESPN is looking at this list going into this year. Who is the best quarterback? And Patrick Mahomes, he has resume 1. It's not even close. You put him in the Hall of Fame right now if he retired today.
No doubt.
He has 3 Super Bowls. He has multiple MVPs. I think he's 17-4 in the playoffs. If we're listing achievements, he is the clear-cut number 1 quarterback, but that's not how I'm looking at this.
But he hasn't fallen off either. I know he had injuries.
He missed the playoffs last year.
No, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt to come back.
They missed the playoffs before he got hurt.
Okay, but it wasn't. I watched those games, and I was like, oh, okay, Pat, you can't be perfect, but the dude is right now, he is the elite of the elite when it comes to NFL quarterbacks, man. I can't wait to see how he bounces back.
Well, I can't either because the Chiefs are always going to be a threat in that division, and Mahomes in the playoffs is box office. But they weren't in the playoffs last year, and I think a lot of that falls on his shoulders. Just like we give him all the credit for the amount of postseason success he's had.
His O-line was terrible, E. And they've tried to – I'm just telling you, he's running for his life, man.
Yeah, and Josh Allen's team is not that talented either, and they're in a different place because of him.
But see, I think they made those decisions thinking we're going Josh left, Josh right, Josh up the middle, and they weren't wrong. But, yeah, it's a travesty. He needs some weaponry. Josh, I understand how great Josh Allen is. And I guess, Evan, I'm getting caught up in the portfolio of those 3 Super Bowls you talk about, 1 on a bum ankle for Mahomes. Stafford, still to this, just getting it done. And, again, there is no shade. Burrow number 3 because he's been to a Super Bowl, and Allen number 4 for me, and Lamar at 5.
But I just think it's tough when we're talking about just resume rankings because in that case, Brock Purdy's better than Josh Allen. But we all know that's not the case.
Maybe that's why I had Brock 6.
We all know that, okay, Jalen Hurts has won a Super Bowl.
And been to 2.
Is he better than Josh Allen? No.
Wow.
You know, at least that's just the way that I look at it. But the reason we were talking about this with Spadoni earlier.
Yeah.
Because
they had a good show, man.
No, they're having a good conversation. But I think that, well, this is a good point for the 5-0. Mahomes lost to the Cowboys. He also lost to the Colts. I think we're being quarterbacked by Daniel Jones. Like, if we give Mahomes all the credit for the Super Bowl wins and the comebacks and the stats, and what was it 2 years ago when they went 15-2 with him? They won 10 straight single-digit games.
Yeah.
So if he gets all the credit, which is deserved, for being the straw that stirs the drink, the magic late in games.
Talk to him. They
went 1-7 last year in single-digit games.
Okay.
So he just gets He just gets written off for that. Like, that doesn't matter when we're talking about him.
To me, that doesn't supersede all the good the accolades you just talked about. So now I'm like, okay, could this be an anomaly? Or are we on to something? They figured him out or whatnot. But when I watched that Chiefs team, I was like, he had nothing on the out. Yeah, there was speed, but there wasn't no real ones. And now they got some defense. And I think the Chiefs are going to be right back, and he's going to be what he's been to me, like Steph Curry. That's what I call Mahomes right now.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Josh Allen also played, and by the way, I do have him at number one. He is number one on the ESPN exec list, and it's like, I just think it's because of his resume the past couple of years.
So go ahead.
And it's regular season. There's no doubt about that.
If we had a draft predicated on everybody's in Kyle Shanahan's system, you got the same offensive line, wide receivers, would any of your rankings change on who? Because that's kind of how I'm like, Mahomes is, what more do we need to see, man?
Who's Mahomes' head coach and play caller?
Andy Reid. Just incredible.
So it's not like you can say that he doesn't have a good system. The defense has been top tier pretty much every year he's been there, at least the last 5 years. I'm just saying.
So that's why Brock Purdy's not on your top 10, because you give a lot of what he's done to the system and who's calling the plays?
No, I just don't think going into this year he's better than the 10 guys I had in front of him. That doesn't mean that he's not a really good quarterback.
Right.
And again, I think a lot of this in the top 5 is kind of splitting hairs. But to me, it's like Sam Darnold right now is a better quarterback. And people can say it's only because of his situation, but I saw what I saw last year. I saw him win a huge game.
Yeah, I did too.
In the NFC Championship. That was on his back. I know that he didn't have to play well in the Super Bowl, but the guys I got in front of Brock, to me, are more dynamic quarterbacks. At least that's the way that I read it. All right, you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KMG, MZ, FM, and HD1 San Francisco, and Odyssey Sports Station, always live in the free Odyssey app, and now broadcasting from the Laughing Monk Studios. I think we're good without the sound.
Yeah.
But the reason why I wanted to do this exercise, Goon, is because I think that Brock Purdy is, by his peers and evaluators, which is how this list sort of spurred our conversation. Okay. He will never be a top 10 guy because the goalposts are always going to be moved.
Oh, man.
For example, I looked at the list for the last 4 years because I wanted to see kind of where guys were moving up and down, if they were top 5, if they, Josh Allen, Mahomes, where do they kind of rank?
A lot of changes or none? Or
there wasn't a ton of changes. Now, there's some of the younger guys that have popped in, like Caleb Williams is top 10, according to ESPN. Yeah. I don't see that because, to me, you have to complete more than 60% of your passes if you're going to be a good quarterback.
But he's on his way.
He is there. He can make throws that nobody else can make. But Brock Purdy, even in the year where they made the Super Bowl, which is what you're giving him a lot of credit for, was not considered to be a top 10 guy by his peers or by people in the game.
Okay.
This year, where he didn't have spectacular numbers because he didn't play the whole year, but he had maybe the most impressive postseason win of any quarterback going into Philly and beating a top 5 defense on the road, is still not considered a top 10 player without all the stuff around him. Kittle tears his Achilles during the game. You don't have a great number 1 receiver. Your offensive line is shaky. McCaffrey has been worked all season long. Your defense wasn't exactly
DeMarcus Robinson, who put up a buck in the playoff game.
Yeah, he didn't have a great surrounding cast. He still is not considered a top 10 quarterback. That leads me to believe that it doesn't matter if it's team achievement for him, individual achievement, or somewhere in the middle. Because since 2022, the moment he entered the league, he is number 2 in passer rating. Brock Purdy is.
Go ahead.
Statistics.
That's a big deal.
When they're used for Purdy, lie. But then when you go to the team record and the quarterback wins and losses, according to his peers, they also lie because they don't have him top 10. And so that's why I wanted to use this list to get into a conversation about Brock, because I just don't think he's going to get that level of respect that you gave him.
Wow. I hear you, and I'll say this to that, because I do feel like, as excited as I am about football coming up in the Niners season, I do have questions for everybody, in Ninerville, and that is, has the window closed on them winning it all? And we'll find out. But, man, last year it moved me in a way that when I thought this team was going to fold, for them to rally and then go on the road and win a playoff game with all the injuries you just mentioned, And I can't front, Evan. I remember Brock hitting the scene, like a rock star. He parlayed that into a contract. He got paid. And now I guess I am looking at his whole profile on what he's done, what he's quarterbacked in, who on this list haven't even gotten to the plateaus that he has, and he didn't wet himself on the stage of the Super Bowl, didn't have the best Super Bowl, but it damn sure wasn't bad. You go to the NFC Championship and you get hurt, and I'm just thinking about all this winning this dude's done on the fly and the team. His processor, because I still think it's not, he's got the skedaddle, he's got the legs, Evan, but now his processor, the Wi-Fi, I call it, I think is still at optimum speed, and that's what sets him apart for every time that I think, man, is he regressing? He's shown me he can still get rid of the ball. So moving forward, the jury's not all the way out, but I wonder if the pressure's going to be so immense on him now that maybe things, and you got Evans, okay, but, he ain't 18 or 21. My point is now I think we really may be doing what you're talking about, looking at the Niners through a prism of we're expecting Brock to up his game. What does that look like? Can he? And will he?
I think what it looks like for him this year is doing similar things to what he did last year, because we know he's not going to have the greatest cast. But it's doing it against better competition. Because the one thing we omitted from our conversation about Brock is the fact that he didn't play a ton of great teams.
Okay.
The Week 1 win against Seattle was probably the best win the Niners had this year.
And that could have went either way.
Absolutely. But Brock Purdy made it happen. I know it was a jump ball at the end, but he made it happen.
Yeah.
Tom just brought it down. But outside of that, they beat the best win on Brock Purdy and the Niners' resume from last season at the end of the year was probably Sunday Night Football against the Bears. They won a shootout in that game. Brock Purdy helped them score 42 points and put them in a position to potentially get the 1 seed. But outside of that, I'm looking at Arizona, Cleveland, Tennessee, Phillip Rivers.
I got you. And he missed some. We got to put that part out there. He missed a lot.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, was getting Arsenio Hall getting busy.
I think that's why the Philadelphia game was so big for him, because a lot of people did not believe that Brock Purdy could elevate his team to a place where they could win that kind of game.
That was big, man. And he didn't have his best performance, but he was good when he needed to be. He had 2 picks.
Yes, he did.
One to where I was like, oh, this thing might be over, E. Then what
tough.
Are we talking about? Yeah.
One was tough. Again, I think looking at this list, it's hard for me to ever believe that people are going to give him the kind of credit, even if he wins a Super Bowl.
You think?
Well, just think about it. We're talking about guys that at least I don't have Jalen Hurts in my top 10, and he's a Super Bowl champion.
And been to 2.
Yeah, and he's been to 2.
Man.
The Eagles produce some really good football teams.
So let me ask you this, E. I'm #random. Right now, just straight up, if I said Drake Maye or Brock Purdy, you're taking Maye.
Yeah, I am. He's bigger, faster, stronger, and in just 2 full seasons, already proved that he can help a team get to the postseason. And from there, I know they had some favorable matchups, but
no, he got him to the bowl. They didn't pick and choose who they were to play. When this is all done and we're done and I had fun, Evan, I just feel like Patrick Mahomes not at the number 1 list. I'm talking ESPN or whomever. It's just a travesty. Like, this dude's career is not over. And it's like if we stopped, when Steph got hurt or they blew the 3-1 lead to Cleveland and we said, okay, we got to erase so much of what he's already done, already winning a chip. This dude has just answered the bell at every turn. I just feel like right now, healthy, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. But you got me on that because he was in sick bay, and you're going on right now. Yeah,
I am. And that's the only reason that, to me, going into this year, people will look at Josh Allen as the number 1 guy. Patrick Mahomes, he's got him in head-to-head. He's got more Super Bowls. He's got more, I think, just
and he beat him along the way. And he beat Lamar. And he's beating Burrow. Like, it's just the Mahomes component of it all. I love Allen, but I feel like you're or ESPN and a lot of people are doing what Steiny accuses me of. But the highlights, like, it is his fault sometimes. Now, most of the times for their failures, it's not. But we can't act like he's just been picture perfect every playoff game and not messed up, especially his last fumbles, all that stuff. So I'm just asking. I love Josh Allen, but he hadn't come close to Stafford and Mahomes in regard to postseason success.
Well, in postseason success, but I hate to break it to you, there's a regular season that you need to get there. And I'm just this is just data. The last 2 years, and I know no one cares about numbers when it comes to last 2 years. Josh Allen has thrown more touchdowns, has thrown less picks, has a better completion percentage, passer rating, has run for more yards, run for more touchdowns, and has scored more total touchdowns, not even close to Patrick Mahomes. Is that saying that over the course of time he will be remembered as a better quarterback? No. But right now, that to me is why he's number one. That to me is why. It's just because of the facts.
No, I ain't mad at you.
You know, but again, people are going to call me crazy, and I hear that. And it's like, oh, you're doing it for, no.
So who do you think your biggest omission, like who would your honorable mention go to? Like which one hate? I'm mad I didn't put Dak in the top 10, but he doesn't have the postseason success. And in the postseason, he was at his worst. That matters to me. He could change all of it, but right now I'm like, damn, Dak, you couldn't make the top 10 on my list. Did you have him in your? Yeah, you had him.
Yeah, I had him 10th.
Okay.
I had him 10th.
That's what he made.
Probably just ahead of Purdy.
And ESPN had him, what, 8th?
Yeah, I think they had him like 7th or 6th.
All right.
Yeah, but that was, I don't know, they had a number 6. They really like Dak.
I'm feeling bad about Darnold.
Well, I think he should be top 10. Like
but I need to see one more.
The guy who I think is going to be toughest to evaluate this coming season is going to be Caleb Williams. I think that guy is, because he has the talent to be
there it is. Okay.
number one, and he's consistently somewhere around 10 or 15.
He's got Ben Johnson. That's helping him, though, man.